All right, y'all. So, for as long as I've been watching Naruto, Danzo has always been one of my favorite characters. Um, I've always loved Danzo because I could tell by his theme music he was gonna play a major part in the story, even though in most of the arcs he's not even involved in them. But he'd always just appear. He'd have his theme music. He'd be mysterious. People would be like worried, when he come around. People didn't trust him, but he would hardly say nothing. He was negative, and you could clearly tell he was not on the same side with Naruto. But he was just so mysterious that I always was drawn to this character. And the main thing I wondered was, was he the masked man? All right, I always believed he was the masked man. I'm just not even gonna lie to y'all. When we were wondering who Toby was at the beginning, after he started talking to Pain, you could clearly tell that he was leading Pain. We started wondering who Toby was, and Toby had a Sharingan. You could clearly tell Toby had a Sharingan. We didn't know what Danzo had, but we know Danzo kept his eyes closed. We knew Toby wore a mask. They had similar hair. I had all my eggs in the basket that Toby was Danzo. All right, but the point of this video, Toby and Danzo were tied together. All right, I want to talk about why Danzo always had his eyes closed. All right, and this conversation spurred from me talking to one of my friends, Leo Green. Shout outs to him. I'll link him to the video so you can check out his channel. Um, but we started talking about Sasuke and whether Sasuke was evil, and at what point Sasuke became evil, and Danzo's name came up. Obviously, we speculated on whether he became evil when he fought Danzo. But this is when I came to the sudden realization why Danzo always kept his eyes closed. And if y'all remember back, I don't know if it was a filler or not, but they showed Itachi and Obito, or Toby, massacre the Uchihas. And when he did that, um, obviously it was a deal between Itachi, Danzo, and you could even include the third Hokage was in on it. And when Itachi finished, he appeared as one of the guards, and he told Danzo to uphold your end of the bargain, which was to leave Sasuke alone. And then he did his little crow teleport thing away. And in the fight with Sasuke, while we was talking about the fight with Sasuke, Danzo and Sasuke, it came to me that Danzo keeps his eyes closed because you never know when Itachi would appear. All right. So at some point when he was fighting Sasuke, he didn't respect Sasuke. And we could talk about who was the strongest in that fight. I say Danzo was the strongest in that fight. But we could talk about that. If y'all want to talk about that, we could do another video. Y'all let me know in the comments whether y'all want to talk about Sasuke versus Danzo, the fight and how it went. But in that fight, he got so disrespectful of Sasuke that he just opened his eyes and looked at Sasuke just to prove that he wasn't afraid of his Tsukiyomi or his Genjutsu, whatever you want to call it. And when he did that, of course, we all know that Sasuke made him see Itachi. And Danzo was totally unimpressed by his Genjutsu. And of course, we all know that is what his cockiness is what led to him miscounting the eyes and ultimately getting defeated by Sasuke. Well, it's actually what broke the Izanagi. He miscounted the eyes. But if we want to talk about why he kept his eyes closed, which is why I did the thumbnail, so remind y'all that for the most part, you didn't know what was on the other side of his face, and you also didn't know what was under the robe as far as his arm. But him keeping his eyes closed was likely because when Itachi was alive, you never knew when Itachi was going to appear, and he respected Itachi's Tsukiyomi. So he probably kept his eyes closed because he knew, and it probably came from fighting Uchihas, to be always on guard with their Genjutsu. So what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about, is that why Danzo kept his eyes closed? Now, like I said, at some point during the Kage Summit, he got very disrespectful. Obviously, during that Kage Summon arc, he actually showed his Sharingan at the beginning when he fought the I don't know if it was Anbu from another village, but he fought somebody. And that was the first time we saw what was under the bandages. And then he also opened his eyes when they were in the Kage Summit and Sasuke was on the roof or on the ceiling, and he opened his eyes and looked up. And I was so hyped that Danzo had opened his eyes. And of course, in the fight, he just looked at Sasuke the whole time, even though we know from doing Jiraiya explaining it to Naruto, when you're fighting Uchiha, you don't look them in the eyes. But anyway, that's my speculation on why Danzo kept his eyes closed. It's very similar to why Guy Sensei felt confident in fighting Itachi, and Kakashi was worried, but Guy was like, I can fight him. I'll fight him the same way I fight you. I'll just look at his feet. So maybe a lot of ninjas had it already under the assumption when you're fighting Uchiha, you don't look at them. So maybe they had already trained not to even open their eyes. All right, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Maybe y'all already know this. I doubt it. I don't think people even care because, like I said, Danzo's one of my favorite characters. I know a lot of y'all probably don't even care about Danzo, but y'all let me know what y'all think. We'll do more videos if y'all like it.